Appreciate all of you joining us. Excited about the final the final game of this 1 p.m. slate on Saturday. Surprisingly, not because it's a great matchup, but because of what it may offer from a player prop standpoint. We'll get to that in just a moment. This one, surprisingly, I know you may not expect me to be so excited about a 1-12 Houston Texans matchup against the 7-7 Tennessee Titans. This game is on CBS. The Titans are a 5-point favorite. The over-under set at 37 points. Some gambling trends before I reveal that player prop I'm so excited about. The home team is 9-4 against the spread in the last 13 meetings between the Texans and Titans. The Texans are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against the AFC South. The Titans are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games against the AFC South. The under is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings in Tennessee, and the under is 9-2 in the Titans' 11 home games. So let me kick this one off. I'm super excited about this game because of what it offers, focused on Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is playing a Texans defense that is the worst in the NFL against the run, and Henry has 4 straight games against the Texans with at least 200-plus rushing yards and at least 2 rushing touchdowns. Those are crazy numbers. So whatever the total rushing yards total is for Derrick Henry, take the over. Whatever the number is for anytime touchdown, buy it. Wherever you can get an anytime touchdown plus a Titans win, buy that parlay. I'll lead that right into my game pick. The Butt Fumble Sports pick for this game is Titans on the money line. And I also really like the under. The trends kind of fade that way. So under 38.5 points after you buy it down. Adam, I'm sure you're also liking my Derrick Henry player prop bets, but how do you feel about this game from a game pick and a spread standpoint? The Texans have been fighting some teams over the last few weeks. Do you think they could cover this week?
Yeah, I have to say your enthusiasm is way more than I have for this game for sure. But yeah, Houston's been a problem for Kansas City and Dallas the last couple of weeks, and now they're back on the road. But I think you hit the nail on the head. It's Derrick Henry against the 32nd race rush defense in the league. And Tannehill got banged up last week, came back in with that bum ankle. Willis was in there. It looked atrocious. So I really don't like the offensive quarterback right now for Tennessee, but I don't think it's going to matter. Like you mentioned, I think Henry has a big day here. I think Houston will try to stop the run, but won't be able to do it. On the flip side of the coin, Tennessee's pass defense has been really bad, but I don't really believe in Davis Mills. He was only 12 to 24 for 121 yards, but did throw 2 touchdowns last week. So I'm with you on this one. I like Tennessee on the money line and Henry over rushing yards and rushing touchdowns in this one. As far as the over-under, I don't really have much of a play for it. The weather's going to be same as kind of the other games, around 10 degrees, a little bit of wind, but I think Derrick Henry is the big one to watch in this game.
Lope, what are your thoughts on this game between the Texans and the Titans?
I'm in agreement with you guys. I think as frustrating as it's been to be a Titans fan lately, this is the medicine they need. And not only is they have a huge advantage in the running game as opposed to the Texans' rush defense, but on the flip side of the coin, they're really good at stopping the run, and the Texans can't do that at all. So now you make Davis Mills one-dimensional, and that'll help out some of their weaknesses in their pass defense. So I definitely think the Titans money line is a strong play. I'm not so certain about the spread quite yet. And then I'll also go with the over. I think that the Titans will have a big day and look to make a statement to say that and get ready for the playoffs.
Dennis, I know we talked earlier about Travis Kelce being worth whatever amount of money the price tag is. Is Derrick Henry in that same category where whatever the price tag is, he's worth buying, or is he too expensive given what his stats are and I'm sure what his price will be in DFS come this weekend?
All right, so let's look at his current asking price is $8,600, and if we look back to week 8 when we had the first round against Houston at Houston, he was listed at $8,400. He had 32 carries for 219 yards, and he averaged 6.8 yards per carry. So my answer to your question is absolutely. He's the most talented offensive player on Tennessee's side. I think this is an important game for them. They're going to feed him the ball as much as possible. If anything, I would love to know what the potential prop pick might be on attempts. Whatever it might be, I'd be leaning towards the over.
Love that call as well. definitely check out what Dennis is going to throw your way. He puts out a DFS lineup via Butt Fumble Sports every weekend. So before our kickoff on Saturday, hopefully by Friday night, we'll be able to show that to you so you can have your lineup set for Saturday. But that said, make sure you don't miss Dennis's DFS lineup. He crushes it every week, does such a great job, and puts in so much research. Definitely appreciate all that you do, Dennis. Let's go to the next game, and this one is the first game in the